Testing, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I'm wearing a harness with gray sweatpants. It's Sunday. I got all done because I was feeling good and then I got tired and gave up halfway. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Justine and this is another episode of Cozy Camera Garbage Fires where, I don't know, I just talk about camera gear and there's no really point to it. It's just a cool, chill kind of chatter that we do on Sunday nights because that's the only way I know how to combat the Sunday scaries. So today we're going to talk about a curious hard drive that I found in my basement, and it was labeled 2013. And apparently in this hard drive contains some footage of myself talking about cameras and the lenses that I had at the time. So join me and let's watch what I had to say 12 years ago. Let's go. Alright, how am I going to do this? This is essentially going to be a reaction video, and I have never made one of these before. Sure, why not? Let's make this harder for myself. Alright, let's fire it up.
I thought I would do a video about the various cameras, equipment, lenses that I own, because a lot of people have been asking me about it, and it's great. I love talking about gear, but...
Okay, first of all, I still talk like that. I still talk like I can't be bothered, but first of all, who was asking me at the time about my camera gear? No one. Okay, let's keep watching.
Talking about gear all the time kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. I'm going to start off with my very first camera. It's a Canon Rebel XT. And I bought that in 2006. It actually came out in 2004, 2005. So I was kind of a late adopter to consumer level, entry level DSLRs.
Okay, so I'm probably going to cut out quite a few of bits out of this because I do ramble quite a bit. So let's fast forward.
That was my first baby, basically. So I moved on to the Canon Rebel T2i. Attached to a macro lens, don't ask why.
I just rambled about nothing for so long.
And my Rebel XT.
Okay, so here's the part where I talk about my 5D Mark III, which is a full frame DSLR.
The Canon 5D Mark III came out. So there you go, 5D Mark III, and attaches a crappy $5.99 strap because I was using it for an event and I forgot the strap because I usually go strapless. And but then I knew that I would be shooting a 5-hour event and I wasn't going to be strapless because that would kill my hand. This camera just, it's me in camera form. In the dark, it's a full frame, you know, I'm full frame, and there's a silent shooting mode, which I love because I can take pictures of people and not have them know it. So that's it about my camera bodies. For you folks who know photography, camera bodies come with lenses, interchange and all that stuff, and it's like, oh, it's amazing, it's fun. So the first lens I got besides the kit lens was the 50, the Nifty 50, the plastic toy like 50. But anyways, so if you ever feel like you want to move away from zooms and, you know, this would be the next lens to get. You know, for...
Oh my god. This video is really long.
Definitely don't want to sell this super cheap. Like, this is like my first child.
Oh god, I'm really annoying.
I don't know. I just wanted it and I had money and I wanted to spend it, so I bought it. And it's 100 millimeters and it's got...
Oh my god, that hasn't changed. I had money and I wanted to spend it, so I got it.
Oh, I have to tell you about like a lens I use all the time, or like Man, I just like I get so happy when I think about it because it's just so special. Okay, 200 millimeter f 2.8, version 2 IS USA. Blah, 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 blah. Basically the best one out there, and I'm like so in love with it. Like I could go to sleep with it, just be like, it's amazing. I use this stand in the corner and take pictures of you when you don't know that I'm there. It's for figure skating, sports, anything where things are moving fast and they're in low light and they're far away. And as for my point and shoot walk around camera, I have the Fujifilm X100. I bought it secondhand from Kijiji. And I like it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty nifty. It looks like an old camera. The only thing is the autofocus is kind of wonky, and the flash is kind of wonky too. But whatever, it's my general one. The focal length is just 35 millimeters, so there's no zoom. So when I give it to friends and to take pictures of me, they're like, "How do I zoom in?" And I'm just like, "Don't. Just take the picture and just like do a decent job at it." That's the thing about being a photographer, that you'll probably never ever have photographs of yourself shot in your style. So that's about it with my photography equipment. Thank you for listening to me ramble on and on. And I don't know if I'll do another one of these again. Maybe. I don't know. So.
Okay, that was painful to watch. There's a couple things in there where has not changed. I think how the drawl and the almost Daria Morgendorffer-like tone that I take is still with me. I have this like weird attitude about me where I'm like, I'm so over life. I think it's a defense mechanism at the time. Like being in front of a camera feels a little bit vain. And one of the ways you try to make it less vain is by kind of putting out this like aura that you don't care. So I sense that's what I was doing. And in some ways I kind of still do that. The other thing that I thought was really funny was how I talked about the Fujifilm camera. I can't remember what model it was, but I think it is the X100S. No, okay, so it's the X100. So I think it was the version before the X100S. And I thought it was so funny how I talked about how the autofocus sucked. Because it sounds like that is like the gripe of most Fujifilm camera users these days. And so that hasn't changed in about 12 years. What hasn't changed is the intense gear acquisition syndrome that I had back then. I still have that today. I think I counted in this video, I talked about the Tokina 11-16, the Canon 50mm. I think I talked about the 85mm f1.8, 70-200, 24-105, the 100mm macro. I think I might have had the 28mm f1.8, which was like a wide aperture, wide angle ish kind of lens. I don't have the 5D Mark III anymore. I do have a Canon 6D. Still, it is a full frame DSLR, but it's a lighter weight, mostly plastic DSLR. I won't give it away or sell it because I don't think it would fetch a whole lot of money. I think on eBay, it probably fetches about $200 US. So there's no point in really selling it if from time to time I want to use it. I definitely think I also had the 40mm. So in total, I probably had like 7 or 8 lenses back then. Yeah, I got, anyways, oh God, see, here I am like rambling about lenses, like nothing has changed. What else did I also cover? This was 2013. So mirrorless cameras were probably just coming out, but they weren't good yet. I think when they started becoming really good was probably 2015 or 2016 with the release of the Sony a6000. I think that was my first awareness of mirrorless cameras being potentially decent. I was still really deep in the DSLR world. I actually forgot that after the Canon Rebel XT, I had the Canon Rebel T2i, which was another entry-level crop sensor DSLR. that actually had video capabilities, but I don't think I used video at the time. I think I changed camera bodies almost every 3 to 4 years. That was like my cycle of gear updates. The interesting thing about watching this video is I did not care so much about small, lightweight, compact kind of camera setups. I was very thrilled about everything being heavier. And I think that is like an indication of weight equals expensive, which equals like high quality. And nowadays, I don't value that anymore. I don't value bigger, heavier, doubles as a blunt force object kind of line of thinking. I prioritize small, lightweight, compact camera gear now, and I guess that is just what has changed since then. So that's pretty much it for today. If you enjoy these kinds of videos where I look back at old videos of myself talking about camera gear, please let me know in the comments, and I will probably dig up another one in the future. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!